What's going on, YouTube? Claykeys all back again with another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how I got almost up to 5%, and with a little bit extra help and a little bit extra luck, I can take on this Final Boss Gowther and get top 5%. Let's get into it. So today we're going to be taking on Final Boss Gowther Hell difficulty to try to get the highest score we can get. And the first thing you're going to think of is, if you watch my past news video, Clay, this looks nothing like the team you thought you were going to go into when you talked about, preparing for Final Boss Gowther. And the reason being is my friend and Discord mod Ice Freak came to me and said, Clay, you got to try this team out. It's really, really great. And it uses Howzer, and he knows how much I love Howzer. I've used Howzer in PvP. I've used Howzer in terms of all my PvE farming. So I already had his gear, his pierce rate gear and stuff like that ready to go, so I was very willing to use him. So and first off, in regards to how this team is going to work, is your goal when we're fighting Gowther, if you're up to this top percent and you can use this team comp, is to delay part 2, so when you get to phase 2 of the fight, so you can dissolve more, you can cleanse more, you can proc as much healing as you can to try to get the highest score that you can get. Phase 1, we want to rush through as fast as we can. Phase 2, we kind of want to delay, let them keep healing, let them keep doing their thing, until we can get as much points as possible as we move through. And the way we're going to do that is with Blue Lillia, and I'm going to show you guys my equipment while I talk about her. She's going to be great because, one, she's going to put up everybody's pierce rate by her own, which we've talked about before, but she also has in her S1, we're going to have the ability to, we want to wait and try to save it till we get a gold version, but she's going to be able to take away ult orbs, and she's going to do it AoE. So not only on phase 2 where we have to hit everybody, or everybody who fills the full, we have to hit everybody at least once every turn, she's going to be able to do that with this card. She also, if we get her to have the gold version of it, is going to take away 3 from each of the opponents. There are 3 opponents. Wait till they have 3 ult orbs each, and there we go. We take them all away. Those are big points that you can gain. Her S2 is going to be great because it heals, and then it also can cleanse. So not, like I said, this boss will be putting on a lot of debuffs on you. That's a lot of points you can be getting if you cleanse them off, and we're also going to need a heal to make sure we're staying alive. And then last but not least, we're going to talk about our ultimate, which is also super useful here. Inflicts damage, decreases skill ranks, and then also depletes ult orbs that way. So we're making sure that all the enemies have their ult orbs down, decreasing their skill ranks so we can survive long enough, and she's going to be great for that. And it's AoE, and we have to be doing AoE. And again, this is my build for her. The top 2 spots need to be completely pierce rate, but I haven't gotten there. And you want defense in the middle, and then HP on the bottom. I'm running defense HP set for her. Moving on to the next unit I'm going to be using, it's going to be Blue Story King. And I talked about how he could be useful as well, but in tandem with Lillia, he makes for a really great unit. In phase 1, we do not want to be killing the 2 adds that are around Gowther, or Gowther gets really angry and kills us. So we're going to be using King for some single target damage from his ability here that can petrify, but Gowther can't be debuffed, so it's not going to petrify. It's just for some good damage. He also has a cleanse, so his S2, bronze card can cleanse, so we're going to be using that to get a lot of those debuffs off, but it can also heal to make sure we're staying alive and feeling good. And then his ultimate's just going to do a lot of good damage, and then also AoE, so we can make sure we're hitting everybody in phase 2. Next up, we have Howzer, and Howzer, my man here, I'm so happy to be using him. First off, he's going to be giving human allies basic stats up by 8%, so it's going to apply to him and Lillia. And then Arthur's on the bench, but he's never going to come out. If he comes out, you've messed up. Next up, he just has 2 abilities that are going to do AoE damage. His S2, his S1, only going to be used for their AoE capabilities. In the first phase, you have to be careful of using Howzer a little too much, because he can kill off those adds, and that'll be a problem for you. But his ultimate is going to be another thing, kind of like Lillia's, almost exactly the same, doing some AoE damage, depleting their skill rank in their cards, and then taking away the ultimate gauge depending on how many skill rank decreases that happen. So that's going to be great for points, right? This is all about getting points, dealing AoE damage in phase 2, and doing our best. And then last but not least, we do have my man Arthur here, and Arthur is going to be just used for his passive right here. Increases human allies HP related stats by 15%, making sure Howzer and Lillia can survive and make it through the fight as long as possible. So that's going to be the team comp. As far as eating food, I personally, after testing, I love lifesteal food. The amount of AoE damage you're doing in this fight all the time can really heal a unit up to full. Howzer can full heal himself, Lillia can full heal herself, and all their ultimates will heal a mech up to full with this lifesteal. And again, you're trying to survive as long as possible. Other options are going to be pierce food, attack percent food, HP food. Those are going to be great for everybody out there, but for me, I'm going with lifesteal into this fight. So without further ado, let's get in and see how high of a score we can get, and see if we can break that top 5%. All right, guys, so heading into the fight, our goal is to have this ended by turn 11. On turn 11, kill him, because from what I understand, at turn 12, that's when the game really starts penalizing you big on turns taken. But I do want to try to extend it to turn 11 as much as possible so that we can get as many points as possible, right, from the ult depletions and the cleansing and the healing and the damage done. So in this first phase, we want to get through it as fast as possible without killing his side targets. So we want to use single targets and also be building towards one of the most important cards, I think, in this fight, which is the Lillia gold S1. We want to get a gold S1 Lillia card, so that's what we're working towards. So we're going to go ahead and hit King single target, and we're going to use a couple of Howzer cards here just to get us started, because we do need to build up our ultimates on Howzer and Lillia and King as well. And in the early turns, Howzer's not going to be doing too much damage to where, you know, you're too worried about killing the side units off. Eventually, they'll get a defensive buff where they can survive a little bit as well. So we got a kind of a good and kind of a bad couple of card run out here. We can cleanse this turn, which is going to be great. Going to get rid of these nasty debuffs with King. So remember, King's bronze heal cleanse card does cleanse at bronze, but Lilia's will heal. So for Lillia, she has to have the S2 heal. So we're going to cleanse here, combine those two cards there, move Lillia over. So now this is going to cleanse and heal, and then we're going to use Howzer again, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal. The one thing I say on phase 1 not to worry about too much is going to be Gowther's ultimate. It doesn't hit that hard. And remember, if you're running this team comp, and there we go, we already have a Lillia gold S1 ready to go for the next phase, which is great. And you can see here, he's hitting Howzer, didn't really do that much damage, and he's will most likely target Howzer because they're on an elemental parity instead of attacking somebody he has disadvantage against. So that's good there. It looks like I may need to... I don't think I need to heal this turn with Lillia, so I think we're going to be fine. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and heal with Lillia. We're going to heal with Lillia so it combines those two cards, gets her ultimate ready. We're going to attack inside with... We're going to move the King card, actually. Well, we can attack, it's fine. And then we're going to move the King card over. We want to get King's ultimate ready as soon as possible. And, you know, get ready to go into phase 2, because we want to use King's ultimate moving into phase 2. So let's see. Got him a little bit under halfway, and I gotta say, we've been getting pretty lucky with these cards, and that's pretty good as well, to be honest. We're running a little bit low on health, but because we are running the HP lifesteal food, we're gonna be fine on that aspect, because you'll see how much damage we end up doing. It ends up healing us almost back to full. Now, Howzer does live a dangerous life in phase 1. If you let it go on too long, you will have to start healing, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So now we have to cleanse, and that's gonna allow us to use our other abilities. We're gonna go ahead and single target... Actually, we're gonna need to AoE, so we're gonna single target with King anyway, even though we have a taunt on one of our enemies. That's fine. We're gonna AoE with Howzer to give him life back, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So we have Purifying to give us some of the, and because of the taunt, we couldn't attack Gowther, sadly. And we'll AoE here. We don't kill either one of the bad guys off, and you can see that we're all pretty much topped off because of the life still, which is really, really great, to be honest. So just leveling up, going to hit Howzer, no big deal. And moving into phase 2, we have some of the great things already set up. We're gonna have Howzer ultimate, we're gonna have Lillia ultimate, and we're gonna have Lillia S1 ready to go. And I am using King's ultimate here to go ahead and clear this off. I do need to cleanse though, so I think I'm gonna go with, because this let me see, I think this is gonna last until next turn. Let me check. I can see his debuffs, right? See how many turns? It does not say how many turns. I'm going to assume it'll last until next turn, so I'm going to go ahead and cleanse that off and heal, which is totally fine. I'm going to Howzer to make sure that he can get his ultimate ready to go, and then King's going to finish off with his ultimate. This will give us a lot of points for healing and purifying anyway. We will need some more into going into the second phase, so we're hoping to draw some more of those cards. A little bit of Howzer action there, and then King should finish off with his ultimate. And we'll be moving on to the next phase. So that was a pretty clean phase 1. I am unsure if I really had to cleanse there to get that off of all of my people moving into phase 2. It may not have been necessary, but I just wanted to be safe. And it honestly opens up more cards for me to use. And I go in with full HP and totally ready to go with 2 ultimates. In this phase, you want to spread out your ultimates from Lillia and Howzer to make sure you maximize D-ranking cards and maximize ult down. And you do not want to use this Lillia S1 gold card until both adds are up to 3 ult, and you know, Gowther has 3 ultimate, because if you read it, it does do AoE ult depletion by 3. If you want to maximize your points, you want to make sure that's popping off when they all have 3 ultimate gauges, right? So in this stage, the biggest thing we have to concern ourselves with is making sure we get all the debuffs off of us, and making sure that we hit AoE on the enemy team. If one of these people do not take damage in a turn, Gowther will heal them all back to full. So we have to be really careful of that. So Howzer's going to go ahead and use an AoE hitting ability. King's going to go ahead and slap, and I'm going to go for the Gowther here in the middle. And then let me see how I want to move these cards. I think I do want to use, I want to, let me see. I want to get King's Ultimate up and ready to go just in case. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Howzer. I'm going to move King, and then I'm going to use King. I think it's going to be good for us. We do need to get a cleanse card soon, so we're hoping for either a King card or another one of Lillia's S1 cards, or S2 cards, excuse me, we'll see. And we got a King cleanse, which is pretty perfect there. That was kind of lucky. So we're going to see you're going to get a lot of debuffs on you. So having cleanse is great, and having 2 units that can cleanse is going to be even better. So that's going to be something to look forward to. We are taking a little bit of damage here, but we're going to cleanse all of that off. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and use Lillia's ultimate. Again, going to deplete, decrease, skill ranks, do AoE damage, so taking care of the AoE damage, decreasing their skill ranks so we take less damage, and deplete orb gauge, ult gauge, depending on the number of skills they rank. So we're going to go ahead and do that there, get rid of some ultimate gauge, and we're going to move this card over here so we can start building up another ult depleter if we need to. And because it's AoE, she's going to be getting some of that life still. She's going to go back up to full HP. The only person I'm a little bit worried about, I think, is King. But he should be okay. Ooh, a cleanse. Ooh, we have 2 cleanses and 2 heals now, which is going to be fantastic. Let's go ahead and take a look at our turns and where we're at. We're on turn 7, so we want to make sure about turn 11 we're able to take him down. So this turn right here, we're not going to want to use Howzer's ultimate because, you know, we want to make sure that we have cards to deplete, and we want to save it for another turn anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and use the cleanse and heal off a King, which seems good. I'm then going to use this AoE depletes 1 ult move from everybody on the squad. That way I get rid of Gowther's ultimate here. He's not going to be using it, but it gets rid of it. Let me see, should I do that actually? Yeah, I think I do because I need to do AoE damage. And then I'm going to move this card over. And again, I need to do AoE damage hitting everybody. And he's not using his ultimate here. But getting rid of the ult orb is going to give me more points. And I need to AoE hit anyway. So I think this is the best course of action. And I have a cleanse and a heal ready for next turn, which is good. Dude, I'll tell you what. King does not heal anywhere near as much as Lillia does. That is something I've learned heavily. It might just be because of the gear I have on them. It's not even close. So I'm going to be saving King's ultimate probably until the end. We'll have to wait and see. So some nice damage coming through, so we are going to have to get our heal on. We are going to use Howzer's, let's see. Yep. So we're going to be using Howzer's ultimate here. We're going to do a cleanse heal, get everybody back up to full, and we got another cleanse card, which is great. We're going to be using Howzer's ultimate, and at this point, I do believe I'm just going to single target with King just to be using a card, and it is going to be taunted off because the left unit is taunting. So there we go. See, we did pretty good there. Howzer's going to go to full because of his life still. And we're going to take away a couple of old orbs here. And we're just going to do a little bit of damage and heal. So that's good. Okay, a little bit of Howzer action. And we almost have another... dude, we're going to have to use this... we're going to end up having to use this gold card from my Lillia here a little early, I think. It's we're running out of time here. We have... let's see. Yeah, we're going to have to kill in the next couple turns. So we need to start doing some major damage. So we're going to go and use King's ultimate, which seems good. We're going to use, and we can use Lillia's S1 because you can see they both have, everybody has at least 3 ult gorbs, which is great. We're going to get maximum value. And actually, I'm going to reset this. So I'm going to cleanse first. I'm going to cleanse, use King ultimate, and then I'm going to get rid of all their ult orbs. So we're going to get them as low as we can so we can start trying to get through this fight before we hit that 12 turn mark. So we want to lower them down pretty quickly here. And we're going to get a lot of value out of this. It's going to be a lot of points. And depletes 3. Look how many points. That's pretty good there. And we have Lillia ultimate gauge here. Dude, we also have another cleanse, and we also have another Lillia gold S1 if we wanted to. But like I said, we're running into a time when it's going to be... Let's see, I think this is turn 11. So I really need to kill here. I think I can if I use... Let me think how I want to do this. I think I want to... Oh, I want to cleanse too, though. You know what? I'm going to go for bravado here. I'm going to go with the cleanse. I'm going to go with Lillia ultimate and then Howzer, and I'm going to hope that kills. So we're going to go with cleanse, Lillia ultimate, and then we're going to hit with the Howzer. We'll see how this works out. We hopefully get the kill here. We're going to get the purify, you know, get all those points there. This is going to be ult depletion, I think. Ooh, I don't think Howzer's going to kill, though. It's going to go into turn 12. Yeah, sadly, that just wasn't enough damage there, but it's okay. We'll get through here. It may be turn 12, but... hey, we're gonna still see what kind of score we get. We kind of let it go on for a little bit too long. We got really lucky with our cards, so I think like letting it go to turn 12. Maybe we can reach turn 12, and as long as we don't go over turn 12, we're fine. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. So I'm going to, let's see, because I need to make sure I kill. I'm going to heal try to ult orb down, and then I'm gonna make sure I kill here with this. So let's see what happens. Let's see how our score turns out. But you can see that it's going to take some time to min-max exactly what our score is going to be. But this is the way... yeah, see, I wouldn't have killed, so it would have been bad if I healed. That does kill, though. So it's going to take a little bit of time. And honestly, it's going to take some luck. We had some pretty good luck here on our cards. It's going to take some making better decisions than I probably made here. Getting a little bit more comfortable with the team to make sure we're maximizing what we get. We want to get in the top 5. So 3,133, I don't think beats my old score. 3,133. Let's go take a look. I don't think it beats my old score. But I think if I killed it on turn 11 instead, we might have been fine. But turn 12 might have been okay too. We'll have to really wait and see. Yeah, 3,176 is where I'm at right now. But that is the general team comp that I'm going to be using moving forward. And hopefully I can perfect it and not make any of these mistakes I'm making. It's my first time using Lillia and Blue King and Howzer in a team comp all together anyway. And I've only run it about 4 times. So I'm going to need a little bit more practice to make sure I'm maximizing, min-maxing my score and doing the best that I can. But hopefully this helps you guys out with making the best score that you can and using your teams as well. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you like this team or what kind of team you've used and what your score is, and if you have any tips for me, because I'm still here to learn too. Subscribe to me here on YouTube, follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ClayQZult, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.